G'day everyone, my name is David Meyer and welcome to episode number 6 of First Time Reefer TV. This week we're going to add a protein skimmer to the Cade 600 tank, but before that we'll just have a quick discussion about what a protein skimmer actually is. Now, a protein skimmer is a piece of equipment that is primarily used in a saltwater aquarium to remove the dissolved organic compounds as well as other harmful substances from your tank before they get a chance to break down and add to your biological load. Now, it does this by using air bubbles that collect into a collection cup. As the air and water is mixed in your protein skimmer chamber, the dissolved organic compounds actually adhere to the bubbles of air, and then that travels up your skimmer chamber and overflows into the collection cup. This removes the compounds from your tank completely. Unlike other pieces of mechanical filtration that still allow the aquarium water to be in contact with the trapped detritus to break down in your aquarium, a skimmer actually pulls it out completely into a collection cup and allows you to just empty that and get rid of it out of your tank without it being in contact with any of your aquarium water. Now, a question that a lot of first-time reefers probably do ask, with myself included, is do you actually need a protein skimmer? The answer to that is absolutely not. But a protein skimmer does make your life a lot easier because it reduces the amount of maintenance that you actually need to do in your tank, and it gives you a little bit of a buffer that if you are a little bit slack, at least you've got the protein skimmer pulling out the stuff out of your tank for you. Now, if you don't have a protein skimmer, like I said, you have to increase your maintenance schedule as well as doing regular water changes to make sure that the excess nutrient doesn't build up too much in your tank and actually causes algae infestations and all the other problems of having unhealthy reef aquarium as well. Now, by using air to transport the excess nutrients out of the tank, obviously the longer contact time that the dissolved organic compounds have with the air bubbles, the better. So obviously, taller skimmers provide a lot more time for the bubbles to stay in there and to draw the compounds out. Now, there's about 1 million different styles of skimmers out there on the market, different pumps from AC to DC pumps, different diffusers. It's best to probably do your research as to which one you think is suitable for you. Now, for me, when I'm considering a skimmer, I've got to see what sort of budget I have in mind to make sure that I can afford the one that I want. What space do I have in my sump to make sure that the skimmer that I'm buying is going to appropriately fit inside my sump, and also what pump style do I want. So do you want just a single speed AC pump, or do you want a DC controllable pump which runs a little bit quieter and gives you the flexibility of being able to adjust the amount of flow that goes through your skimmer? Now, what skimmer have I decided to go for the Cade 600 tank? Let's go find out. And the skimmer that I've decided to go for my Cade 600 tank is the Box D500. Now, I got this bad boy from Fish Street at fishstreet.com, and I'll chuck a link down the bottom here. But we'll unbox this now and just go through how we're going to put it together. It's in a pretty decent sized box, so I certainly hope the skimmer's not this large. Now, I've got a few items from Fish Street, as you guys have seen in my previous video. And I'm looking forward to this. I've done a fair bit of research on this, and I've heard quite a lot of good reviews about it. Comes in 3 different sizes, so you've got a D300 model, D500 model, which I've got here, and also the D700 model. Now, that's the one that I actually really wanted to get, but I couldn't fit it into my sump. So we'll just unbox this. Bring it all out, and we can go through putting it together. So we've got the goods here. Like I said, it comes in 3 different sizes, depending on what sort of flow rate you need and how much space you've got in your sump to house the actual skimmer itself. Now, it comes incredibly well packed, as you can see here. So we'll just unpack everything from all the plastic. So we've got here everything unpacked. So you've got your actual protein skimmer chamber, you've got your collection cup, the base plate that your pump connects to, the air valve, your diffuser plate, and your water flow adjustment knob here. So this particular skimmer uses the DC 2000 size pump from G-Bow, which is also DC controllable. We've got the hosing there, so you can connect that to your skimmer cap, so you can just drain it. Got your little control module there. The actual pump itself. And the power for the pump. So now we'll go ahead and connect all this together. So you got the pump here, which just slides on like that. Provides a nice snug fit. So the pump just sits in the center there. Just to undo this piece and get your diffuser plate over the top of it. Just undo this little nut in the middle here. It sits on top there. And this screws in back over the top to hold your diffuser plate in place. Just like that. And then this one screws back in. Get the skimmer body over the top of it now, which will sit like that. So now we've got the pump and the diffuser plate installed inside the skimmer body. This air control valve goes in there to the side like that. Now we'll get the skimmer cup on top of the unit, which actually just slides over and provides a nice seal because there's a little O-ring inside there that holds that in place. Now you've got this plate here, which acts like your gate valve, and that goes to the side here and controls the amount of water that comes out of your tank. So we'll slot that in. And we can go into more detail about this a bit later. But as you can see, as I twist that knob, you see the gate valve rises, and when I go down like that, it reduces further down. And we've got one more thing to add, which is this little fitting here, which is the your air valve to allow air into the skimmer chamber. And you got this one piece here just to connect to the skimmer cup. And you got a little valve there, so when you turn that on, you can empty all the gunk that's out of your skimmer cup if you don't need to give it a clean yet. And always remember to keep that actually shut so the stuff that is removed just doesn't go back into your tank. So we've got a little control module here as well. And that connects to the pump there. And then your power supply just connects to the control module there. As you can see, that was super simple to put together, because even I could do it. So you got the pump here that circulates water into your tank. That diffuser plate mixes the air into the water. That creates the foaming fractioning in here in your skimmer chamber, and then that bubbles all your dissolved organic compounds up to the top where it overflows into the cup, and that collection cup collects everything that has been removed from your tank so it doesn't stay in contact with your aquarium water. So we'll get this into the sump now, and we'll see how this bad boy performs. So I've got the skimmer inside the sump now and installed. I've got it plugged in, and the pump is on the second lowest setting at the moment. I'm just going to play around with this for a little bit. This is going to take about a week to break in before it starts producing some seriously good skim, mate. Now you've got the adjustment knob here, which just raises or lowers that gate valve just to adjust the water height there. So like I said, we'll come back to this in a later video once it's broken in properly, and we'll see how much skim, mate, this skimmer can pull out. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button on the video below, feel free to share this. Now you can also follow me at Instagram at FirstTimeReefer, and until next time guys, peace!